everybody, it's Kaylee. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. If you are new, nice to meet you. My name is Kaylee and I am a reseller of men's and women's used clothing. I pick clothing and shoes up at thrift stores and I resell them online for a profit. Every week I come on and share my sales for what sold from last week to give you guys an idea of some things that you might be able to pick up in your local thrift stores and make money for yourself at home. So for people that are already subscribed to my channel, I wanted to share a little bit about what's going on with my business because I have had a slight disrupt, if you will, in my sales. So this past week, I only worked about half of the week, and it shows in my sales. I have about half of the sales that I normally do, and I'll share those numbers with you here in just a moment, as well as some of the items that sold. So I worked about half of the week. I had some family stuff going on, and then I also spent a day last week training a new lister, so somebody to part-time help me list. And then with anything eBay and other platforms, but mainly talking about eBay because that's the bulk of my income, has its up and downs already. And then we're also in the summer slowdown. And I think all of that just came crashing down on me this week. So my sales are quite low, but I'm super happy because I got somebody else on board my team. I lost one person, gaining another, and had to train them last week. And so we'll be going through some growing pains with that, but hopefully starting next week, I'll have additional help because now that person is trained and can help me with listings. So I'm excited to share some of that process with you guys. Just wanted to bring that to your attention because just little things, unexpected things that might happen throughout the week may or may not disrupt your business, and you can't get discouraged. And like I said, eBay is a roller coaster, and some weeks you have really awesome sales and then some weeks it tanks, but it always seems to average out, and I'm hopeful that next week I'll have a really great sales week. So if you're currently struggling with that same situation, don't get discouraged, just work really hard, and next week your sales should come back up. And also don't forget to take time off because even though it does make your sales quite slow, if you don't prepare for it, like I didn't prepare for it this week, you still need to take time off, even if it does mean you have slow sales, and then you just work harder next week. All right, so let's jump into sales. All right, guys, so here are my numbers from last week. I'm just going to show everything all at once. Here you can see on the right is my total. I sold a total of 35 items for a gross sales total of $937.98, making my average sale price $26.80, and then my total cost of goods was $129.84. So I still made a little bit of money, but like I said, not as much as I usually do. And then here on the left is a breakdown of each of the platforms that I sold on. I sold things on eBay and Poshmark, 19 on eBay, 16 on Poshmark, and I sometimes sell on other platforms, but this week I did not, so that's just left blank. And let's get into some of the items that I can share with you that sold that you might be able to find near you. I sold this Ralph Lauren women's olive military jacket. And if you've watched any of my other what sold videos or even my haul videos, I mention a lot that I really love picking up this brand. Here is the brand tag. This is Ralph Lauren. Now, of course, not everything in this line sells or for a lot, but I do find that more unique pieces like this military jacket, something more than just a basic t-shirt or a basic sweater, has to have some kind of pattern or use for it. I find that they do really, really well and flip very quickly for me. So this one I picked up because I really like its military style. I think sometimes these jackets are called drab jackets when it's this like military green color. Let's actually do a quick Google search and see. Yep, so I probably could have put that keyword in my title and I just thought of it now, but went ahead and thought I'd show you some of the more olive green military looking jackets. A good keyword to put in your title is drab. So this one was a really nice piece. I just loved, like I said, the military style. It's more of a utility field jacket. It had snap buttons, it had a zipper, all good signs of quality. And I think these jackets just really don't go out of style. People are always looking for these style of jackets in this color. This one I had listed for $39.99 and it sold on a best offer for $35.99. All right, a couple of men's jeans that sold this week. These are just bread and butter for me, and you've probably heard on some of my other videos that I love to pick up men's jeans. These ones are just a pair of American Eagle men's low-rise bootcut jeans. I was able to find the style name on the inside of the waistband, and that is where it is located on most American Eagle men's jeans. So I made sure to put that in my title. I had these listed for $24.99, which is usually what I price them at, and it did sell at full price and fairly quickly. Another pair of men's jeans. These ones are by Lucky Brand, and these are the 361 vintage straight jeans. Again, I was able to find that information on the inside of the waistband, like you see here. Size 38 by 32, pretty good one. If you watch my latest video about keywords, I did put whiskering in my title, and I did explain in that video what whiskering means, but here's a good example of whiskering on men's denim. These ones I had listed for $24.99, and I sent out offers to watchers. They ended up selling very, very quickly for $22.49. Moving on to some shorts that I sold. I mentioned in a recent video that I am picking up a lot of women's booty shorts, cutoff shorts, and then also the more high-waisted shorts. So these ones I consider booty shorts, cutoff shorts. These are by American Eagle, which is a great brand to pick up in summer shorts like this. These ones weren't any particular style, and they were also not high-rise, but even still, great brand, cutoff jeans. You can't beat selling this stuff during the summer. I mentioned in a recent video that I usually price them for $24.99 with free shipping, and I did the same thing here. They sold at full price. I paid shipping, and the reason I put free shipping on is because I feel like it makes them flip quicker. And I only end up paying probably $2 or $3 for shipping because they are very lightweight. Depending on where they're going, they're only going to cost you a few bucks. So $24.99 free shipping, really, really quick flip. If you can get American Eagle jean shorts cheap enough, I'd say definitely pick up as many of them as you can. Another example of a pair of shorts, these ones are a Levi's short. These ones are more of that mid-rise to high-rise. And again, just a well-recognized brand in women's jean shorts. Picked them up, size 10's a great size. And again, you can see I priced them $24.99 with free shipping. And they did sell at that full price. And again, guys, this is just so easy to flip shorts. So if you're coming across them in well-known brands, pick them up. They're a no-brainer. Next is a brand that I've been talking about a lot, and the brand is Torrid. Torrid is actually well known for their plus size pieces. However, this one was actually not plus size. They do vanity sizing, so a 00 is actually a size medium in this brand. And I picked this one up just because of its tie-dye bohemian look. Tie-dye is really in right now. It's spaghetti straps for the summer. Typically, I don't like to pick up sleeveless tops because they tend to sit for me, but I knew that this one would do well because of the brand and the style. I listed this one for $28.99 with free shipping because it's so light, and it ended up selling for full price. So a tank top for about $25 is what I'll end up getting after shipping, and that you can't beat that. That is a fantastic return on investment for a tank top. This one did not take long to sell at all either, and this is just a men's Vineyard Vines t-shirt. I found this one at a thrift store. It wasn't in excellent condition, but it was in pretty decent condition. It was a white t-shirt, had that worn-in feel, had the pocket tee. Vineyard Vines logo is this whale, and I thought for the 4th of July, this was perfect to pick it up. I got it listed basically just in time for the weekend, and you can see here it's a little faded, and big logo on the back. I love picking up Vineyard Vines when it has a giant logo on it. So I picked this one up 4th of July with the flag. I thought it was a no-brainer. I had this listed at $24.99 with free shipping. It sold very, very quickly on an offer that I sent out to my watchers for $22.49. Okay, moving on over to Poshmark. I sold this Prana oversized slouchy tote bag. I picked this one up, I can't remember, I think it was either at Goodwill or Salvation Army for pretty cheap. I picked this one up mainly because of its brand. So the brand is Prana. You can see the logo right here. I always check the hardware of stuff if I cannot find a tag, and that would be true not only for bags, but even jackets, t-shirts, button-down shirts. If there's any kind of hardware or buttons on them and they don't have a tag, check the hardware because sometimes there is the brand labeled on them. So this was just a really interesting multicolor bag, really oversized for sure. It's hard to tell without a reference size being here, but this is a command strip on the wall. So very oversized, large bag. Tote bags are really in, I find, during the summer because people are going on vacations. Maybe they want to take a bag with them on the beach and just throw something into a tote bag. I find they're really popular during this time of the year. It was a no-brainer to pick one up in this brand, in this color scheme. I listed it pretty high at $50, and I think they're pretty rare to find pre-owned, so they tend to flip pretty quickly when you do find them. So keep your eye out for Prana tote bags. This one sold at $50. Next is a pair of women's jeans. I don't pick up as many women's jeans as I pick up men's jeans, but one brand that is tried and true in women's jeans for me, pretty much regardless of style, although I still look up the style, is Rock Revival. This brand does really well in both men's and women's, and I haven't come across a style yet that doesn't flip very quickly and for good money. So this one's style name was Hain, and this one was on the inside of the jean, you can see here. And Rock Revival is really well known for their blingy pockets, embellished nature. You can see even on the side pocket has some bling. So they're pretty easy to spot. And then they've got that signature contrast stitching on the side that I talk about in a lot of my videos. So if you come across Rock Revival jeans, make sure to do your research on the style name. But everyone that I found sells very, very good. This is a really great brand of denim to pick up in both men's and women's. And one tip that I have for you on any kind of brand of jean that is super embellished is to make your cover shot the back of the jean. A lot of people want to know what the pockets look like, and that's what they're seeking out from this type of brand. So I always make my cover photo in embellished jeans the back of the jean. These ones sold for $40 and they sold very, very quickly. I sold this Victoria's Secret Incredible Knockout Bra. I picked this one up at a thrift store as well, and these types of bras where they zip in the front and they're a sports bra by Victoria's Secret tend to sell between $20 and $30 for me pre-owned, and they do really well on Poshmark. I honestly don't sell a ton of bras on eBay. I list them there, but I always cross-list on the Poshmark, and they flip quickly on Poshmark. I don't know why that is, but if you've got bras and you're not currently listing them on Poshmark and you want to try cross-listing them over, this is a great thing to cross-list over because they flip really, really well on Poshmark for whatever reason. So this one sold very quickly at $21. Like I said, this was a sports bra, and then it had the front zip flaps that came. Really pretty color scheme, floral, decent size at a 36D. And yeah, it did really well. I highly recommend selling bras on Poshmark if you're not having luck on other platforms. I sold this Free People top. The style name was called Purple Haze, and I've been sitting on this one for a while. I get a lot of interest, but it never ends up panning out. So this one was sent out, and here is the brand Free People tag. If you've never seen it, it's usually this little metal tag right here that says Free People. Now, the reason I think I was able to get $25 for this one, because not all Free People sleeveless tops like this sell for this much money. They're usually selling for less than $25 depending on the piece. But the reason I think I could demand $25 for it was because I knew the style name of it. So I was able to look up the numbers on the inside of the garment where the tag was and look up the style number and be able to figure out that it was called the Purple Haze tunic top.
That makes a huge difference in some of these items, and Free People is definitely one that I suggest going and spending the extra 30 seconds to look up the style name. So this one sold for $25, and again, I have been sitting on it for a little while, but I think it's because it's just a solid pattern black. It isn't really anything super bohemian printed or floral printed. I sold these men's ostrich leather Western cowboy boots. So the way you can tell it's ostrich leather is if the leather, let me get a close-up picture, has these little almost nodules on them. That is ostrich leather where the feathers were. Um, Ostrich leather boots, shoes do really, really well for me. And in fact, that they do so well that I picked these ones up without knowing the brand of these boots. So luckily for me, the size was on the inside. Right here, but I didn't know the brand name. I tried to do a little bit of research on these numbers to see if I could figure it out, but I was not able to. So I still listed them and I still got $50 for them. If I would have known the brand name, I probably could have gotten closer to 100. So if you're coming across true leather, ostrich leather boots or sometimes shoes, definitely worth picking up, but just make sure that the size is somewhere on the inside. I sold this Francesca's Angie Cabela Mix print maxi dress. And the reason I knew the style name for this was because this was actually an online arbitrage pickup for me. I got this exact dress in a couple different sizes, and I turned around and flipped them onto Poshmark. I think all but two have sold, and they've been doing pretty well for me. I think I'm usually selling them. I think this is the lowest I've sold one for. They're usually going in the 40s, but I ended up settling with somebody on this one for $35. I originally picked this up online because it was a maxi dress. It had some slits, very modern styling, and then mixed prints I'm finding are really popular right now. And this was also around that time when the Joe Exotic Tiger King phase was going on. So I picked this up because of the animal print as well. And you can even see I put that trend in my description to gather some more interest. I sold this Odile Anthropologie floral silk top. I don't pick up every Anthropologie brand that I come across, but I picked this one up because it was a silk top. It was floral. Honestly, I don't think it was very modern, but because it was silk and had a floral pattern, it had enough going for it that I decided to pick it up. If you do have a brand that you know is Anthropologie, I suggest not only putting the brand name here, but also Anthropologie because some people are just searching for Anthropologie tops regardless of brand. So this one sold for $25 and it did sell relatively quickly. And last item I wanted to show you was these pair of Lucky brand brown leather Emmy ballet flats. I've sold so many of these now that even just looking at them, if I see that they're Lucky brand, I know it's the style Emmy. And these are actually really, really popular. I've sold these anywhere between $20 and $30, and depending on the color, on the size, they could go for more or less. These ones were brown, which I think is a less desirable color. I ended up getting $22 for these, but anytime I see these for a couple bucks, I pick them up because they are a quick flip and they are a crowd favorite. A lot of people know this exact style of shoe.
Alright guys, so that is it for what sold last week. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Drop a comment down below. Let me know how your sales went last week. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.